Wallahi. Wallah Ọlọ́run ò ní nà mí. Màá nà ẹ́ pa wàá yà lẹ́nu.
Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy Kevin Holland here, and today we're gonna talk about UFC. I think this card is Saudi Arabia, right? Isn't it in Saudi Arabia? UFC Saudi Arabia, massive, massive, massive card. The main event: Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov. The co-main event: Shara Bullet versus Michael Venom Cage. What a card this is, right? Of course, America will never get a card this good. We're stuck with Verna Jandaroba main events and Doug Rose main events, and I will say the fight nights that are upcoming do look pretty good though. I think you have like a Cannoneer main event, but it's in the Apex, which is like, anyways. All that aside, let's get into this card. Make sure you guys like and sub. Again, sick card, way better than UFC 312, by the way. Let's get right into it, and yeah. These are my predictions, obviously. All right, so we're gonna start with the opener. Jesus Christ! Oh my God, guys! Like, you guys, like, please, and we just hit 400 subscribers, by the way. Which, thank you guys so much. I'm very blessed. But I want to say, if you guys have been watching me, you guys know I fucking hate heavyweights. Like, one of my most viewed videos is me doing a rant on how much I hate the heavyweight division. Just look at these guys. Hamdi Abdullah Wahab versus Jamal Pagwiz. Like, what are we doing, bro? Who are these people? Look at the guy on the left. He looks like some fat Arabian fucking like 40-year-old dad. And then this guy on the right, he's like some overgrown YN. I'm gonna go Jamal. I don't care. Jamal. I'll go Jamal, the black guy. He's gonna win via knockout first round. Lucas Alexander, Bogdan Grad. Okay. Bogdan Grad, I don't know too much about him. I think this is his debut. Because when the picture's all white like that, it usually means it's their debut, right? Lucas Alexander, I don't know who this guy is. I mean, I'm a casual, I'll be honest. So his last fight was against somebody. Yeah, I mean, his last fight was in 2023, guys. His last fight was in 2023. Bogdan Grad's last fight. Yeah, this is his debut. I was right. So I'm going to go. I mean, Lucas Alexander didn't fight the entirety of 2024, which is, unless he was injured, MMA fighters are overpaid, by the way. I actually believe this. I used to actually really hate that take until I realized, wait, some of these like up and coming guys are fighting like once a year. And I'm like, but then they're complaining about fighter pay, but you fight once a year? Anyways, I'm going Bogdan Grad, because why not? My decision. Jasmine Dazudavicius versus Mayra Bueno Silva. I didn't know Mayra Bueno Silva was unranked. I swear she was ranked. That's weird. She's unranked because, like, didn't she have a pretty big fight with Pennington a couple of months ago or a couple years ago, like a year or two ago? She's unranked. I mean, she's coming off of a win against. No, she's coming off of a loss actually against Macy Chasson. Again, she's another one. Her last fight was in June. January, February, March, April, May, June. July, August, September, October, November, December. January, February. She hasn't fought in almost 8 months. And I'm supposed to believe MMA fighters are oh my God, look at this Silva. Holy. I'm going Jasmine just actually I don't know, bro. I hate women's fighting. I'm going Jasmine just I just don't like women's fighting, guys. I'm sorry. Call me misogynistic. Unless it's a really hot fighter, I just don't care. I don't care. I said it. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. I'm playing a character. This is satire. I'm joking. Um, YouTube, don't take me down. Honestly, I'm going Jasmine Juzudovicius. Faresiam versus Mike Davis. I'm going Faresiam. Faresiam is very good. He had a sick knockout over fucking Matt Frivola, Steamroller. He knocked out Matt Frivola, poor guy. Look, Mike Davis, he's all right. You know, he looks like he has like a fake Puerto Rican beard. He's coming off of a win. Again, his last fight was in March. These guys are just, he hasn't fought in almost a year, bro. It's like, I just can't cry about these guys being underpaid when they fight once a year. Anyways, Yam's last fight was in Paris. He's fighting tonight. Or not tonight. He's fighting on this card. What the fuck? And yeah, he's coming off of the Mafrovola knockout. I'm gonna go for Yam like early round 3 KO. I don't know. I could just see this guy just looks. This Mike Davis guy. I'm gonna say round 2 actually. Maybe like a head kick kind of, or something against the cage. Maybe some knee. Maybe it's a combination, a couple punches and knee. I don't know. I just Mike Davis guy just looks very chinny to me, honestly. And look, I know. Look, I'm not the best picker on MMA YouTube, but look, my last picks. If you look at my picks for UFC 311, I went like 9-3, I think, or something like nine. If there was 12 fights, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I went 9-3. So, hey, some other MMA YouTubers went like fucking, 4-5, 5-6. Like, hey, I'm just saying, guys. My picks, so I'm going for Yam though. Terrence McKinney, he's like, this is crazy. He's still in the company. They still have him signed. He's fighting Demir Hadzovic, the Bosnian bomber. He's coming off of a loss against the case. His last fight was in 2022. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus, bro. What are we doing here? What is up with these fighters? These guys just really only want to fight once a year. Terrence McKinney's last fight was against, I want to say, Esteban Ribovic, who smoked him. His last fight was in May. I hate Terrence. Look at his face, bro. Look at his face. He's got the most punchable face I've ever seen, bro. He has that, look at his teeth. He has like baby teeth and he's like 20 something years old. I hate this guy. I'm going the other guy just because I hate him. I don't care. Hate's a strong word. I don't know him personally, but I'm going to Mir Hadzovic. Shout out Bosnia. Shout out Denmark. Terrence McKinney is just Terrence McChinney. And he's very chinny. And I don't know. I could just see this Demir guy just being strong and just big punches. And McKinney is shit, bro. McKinney might knock him out though. I could see it being like a Demir Hasdovich, like back and forth. I could see it being like a back and forth war. Demir gets a decision. He is coming off of a 2-year layoff, 2-year plus layoff. Not yet, like a 2-year layoff. McKinney's coming off of getting head kick knocked out. His chin has got to be cooked at this point. But yeah, I'm going Demir Hasdovich by a close war decision. I think that could be one of the best fights of the night, honestly. Well, the next fight after this one, Shamil Gaziev, we'll get to him. Abdul Karim Al Sawadi, like who names these people, versus Bolaji Oki. Two unranked guys. This Bolaji Oki guy looks like well, his hair is different in this one. He's coming off of a loss to Chris Duncan, I believe. And yeah, he's coming off of a loss. Abdul Wahid is coming off of a loss as well. So these are both guys coming off of losses. Um, I honestly don't know. I don't know, bro. These fights are always like hard for me to pick because it's like these guys are coming off losses. They don't have too many fights in the UFC. They're both relatively, I guess, fresh. This is lightweights, even though the Balaji guy looks like a fucking middleweight in this picture. He looks huge. Pause. I'm gonna go, honestly, I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I'll go Balaji Oki, I guess, because he's big, black, and strong. Who cares? Who cares about these fights? Let's get to the main card. Are we gonna get to the main card? The main event of the prelims, I believe this is. Yes! Good fighter. Good fighter. Yes, my boy, Shamil the Blob Gaziev. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's go, Shamil Gaziev. Oh, I'm a Shamil Gaziev enjoyer, man. This is look at him. Just look at him. Look at my goat. Look at him. Look at the aura in this picture. Oh my god, bro. Look at the aura. Look at the aura, bro. Yo, Shamil Gaziev. I'm going. No, I'm having too much fun. So Thomas Peterson, uh, yeah, this guy's coming off of a win against is that Mo Usman? I think that's Mo Usman. Just, and again, his last fight was in July, so I guess yeah, he really had to just cut the weight down to heavyweight. These guys are both should be middleweights, but they have no discipline, so they're both fat. I feel like Shamil Gaziev is naturally just a bigger guy though, whereas Thomas Peterson is just fucking obese. Um, they're both obese. Let's be honest. I don't know who am I going here. I like Shamil Gaziev, but Thomas Peterson. He beat Mo Usman. He's got decent grappling. I got Shamil Gaziev. I think I got Shamil Gaziev. I could just see it being like just two guys out of breath, hands on hips, like they're just out of breath. But Shamil Gaziev might just be a bit stronger than him. He might be able to hold him down a bit better. And yeah, Shamil Gaziev. I mean, he's a just look at Shamil Gaziev. Anyways, Jesus Christ. That's the main event of the prelims, by the way. The opener of the main card, which it's kind of confusing that this is on the main card and not the Shamil Gaziev fight, to be honest, because Shamil Gaziev is a heavyweight, and this guy's coming off of the loss to Felipe Lima, who I'm a big fan of actually. I think he's going to be a really serious problem in featherweight. Ken Ofley is coming off of a loss. So again, two guys coming off of losses. Genghis Khan Ofley that's a pretty cool nickname actually. Fuck it, I'm picking Genghis Khan Ofley just because of that name. Um, Naimov is good. He's good, but like he got fucking out grappled by Felipe Lima. I think he got submitted by Felipe Lima. Ken Ofley is, he's got a cooler nickname. He's Australian. My, I'm gonna go with Ken Ofley via decision. Uh, Ikram Aliskerov. So now we're getting into the good fights, please. Jesus Christ. Ikram Aliskerov versus Andre Muniz. This is a very hard fight. Very, very hard fight. Ikram Aliskerov. He's got the weirdest eyes I've ever seen. This is like the most inbred like face ever because he's got like not even Hamza Chimaev, but he's got like Makhachev's like kind of head face kind of thing, but he's got like these like weird snake eyes. Like you see his eyes, they're like really creepy. He's coming off of a knockout loss to Robert Whitaker. Um, look, he's only lost to guys like Hamza Chimaev and Robert Whitaker. To be fair, right? This guy lost to my boy Young Young Park. I love base Young Young Park enjoyer, but this was back in 2023. Like this is what I'm saying. These guys don't fight at all. His last fight was literally in December of 2 years ago. At this point, we're in 2025 now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go Ikram Aliskerov. I think he's gonna out grapple Andre Muniz. I think Andre Muniz is not a bad striker. He looks like a strong guy. He is a strong guy, but I just think Ikram Laskarov, he's taken a bit of time away. He's been working on his. I'd imagine he's been working on his striking, not getting knocked out. He's one of these guys. These Dagestanis, bro. They don't fucking. They take losses, and then it's like, well, they don't take losses. Well, you guys know that, but you saw what Umar Nurmagomedov. I might do a video on that actually. I think I am. Ikram Laskarov, though, he is just he's gonna. I think he's gonna win this. I think he's gonna out grapple Muniz. He's got good striking too. He's knocked people out in the UFC. But yeah, I got what the fuck is this? I got Ikram Laskarov via like decision. Maybe he'll submit him in like early round three, either late round three submission or not, sorry, late no early round three late fight submission or just like a bit of a smudgy decision. Said Nurmagomedov versus Vinicius Oliveira. This is a very hard fight to pick. This is a tricky fight to pick because I think Vinicius Oliveira is pretty good. He knocked out Bernardo Sopage, who just came off of a win against Ricky Tercios. Um, yeah, he did knock out. Yeah, I believe this guy knocked out Sopage. Um, and Ricky Simone as well. He beat. This is a bantamweight fight. He's good. But Said Nurmagomedov is a Nurmagomedov. And unfortunately, yeah, he's coming off of a fight against Gafarov, which was all the way back in 2023. So let's just look at this guy. Look at Said Nurmagomedov's face, bro. Like, these guys are just, I'm sorry, bro. Just, jeez, bro. That's a creature and a half. I'm going Said Nurmagomedov, man. I really hope Vinicius Oliveira wins because he's just an exciting fighter. He's more of an exciting fighter. He's got good striking. He's got KO power. But it's just I can't like it's I just got to go Saint Nurmagomedov. Vinicius Oliveira got out grappled a little bit by Sopaj, not that much, but a little bit throughout the fight. And he got back up and he got the knockout, but there's an ability there to hold him down, and I just feel like Saint Nurmagomedov is just gonna smudge him like they all do. I don't know. It's hard, especially especially this card is in Saudi Arabia, bro. If you guys watched I believe it was the Whitaker Alaskarov card, that had a lot of really, really, really bad decisions. Like, I believe it was that card. I think Jared Gordon got robbed really bad. It was another fight where I think Renat for yeah, wasn't he fighting? No, no, no. Renat for fought somebody. They gave him a win. That was one of the worst robberies I'd ever seen in the sport. I don't think I did a video on it. I don't think I was doing MMA YouTube at that point, but Jesus, my point is like they're not gonna go against him, bro. In Saudi Arabia, especially, bro. I'm going Saeed Nurmagomedov decision, man. It might be a little bit close on the feet, but he's just gonna outgrapple this guy, bro. I'm sorry. I wish it wasn't the case. Now we get into the harder fights to predict. And these are honestly I don't even know what my picks are for these last three. Um I've been going kind of back and forth on them. Sergey Pavlovich, rah rah Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen, versus Jairzinho, Biggie Boy, Rosenstrike. This is a pretty hard fight to pick. Um yeah, this is a really difficult fight to pick. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because Pavlovich is somebody who ran through the heavyweight division. And then when he fought two of the top guys, when he fought anyone in the top five, being fucking except for Curtis Blades, which I believe he's still number 5 ranked. I think so. He might be, or Volkov might be. I don't know. But when he fought a top guy in Tom Aspinall, he got smoked in like a minute. And then when he fought and look, he landed on Aspinall a couple of times. As quick as that fight was, he did land on Aspinall, and it was like, oh, but then Aspinall just literally knocked him out cold. And then he fought Volkov, and Volkov just like completely obliterated his game for 3 rounds. Pavlovich was he was very one note. He didn't really have an answer for Volkov, but I believe Volkov has the range and the size, and I don't know if Rosenstrike is really. I don't know, man. He's coming off with the Tuivasa win, but he didn't like. Look, here's the thing, right? If you're picking Rosenstrike, you're picking him via decision. I'd imagine so, because I'm not picking. I don't even know who I'm picking, but I wouldn't pick Jairzinho Rosenstrike by finish because he couldn't finish Tai Tuivasa, which Pavlovich finished Tuivasa, and I think Volkov submitted Tuivasa. I don't think Rosenstrike has been looking good in his last couple of fights, but he's also facing guys like Shamil Gaziev, who looked terrible in that fight. I know he's the GOAT and everything, but in that fight, he was, yeah. I heard he had like double torn ACLs, double torn arms. But seriously though, Jairzinho Rosenstrike has been facing guys like Shamil Gaziev on his debut, I think. Um, he faced obviously Tuivasa. Excuse me. Pavlovich, though, has been facing way better competition in his last 2 fights. Like, Rosenstrike would lose to Volkov, which I believe he has already lost to Volkov. And Rosenstrike would lose to Aspinall, 100%. And I'm not trying to do MMA math here, but it's heavyweight, so this is kind of the only way I can pick because with other fights like Shara Bullet versus Michael Venom Page, I can go off of styles. This one, it's like I don't know. I might just go Pavlovich via knockout. I have to. I think so because though Rosenstrike has been on a good form, it's like look who he's fighting though, bro. At least Pavlovich is fighting like he's fighting names. He knocked out Curtis Blades. Then yeah, he got knocked out by Aspinall, but that's a good guy in Curtis Blades that he did that to. That's a good opponent. That's a good name for him to do that to. I'm pretty sure Rosenstrike has lost to Curtis Blades in the past. Like it's just tough for me to say, oh yeah, Jairzinho Rosenstrike's just gonna go out there and outstrike Pavlovich. It's like, but like off of what? How like based off of what? Because he did that to Tuivasa. Tuivasa's shit. Like he's I'm going Pavlovich, man. I'm gonna go Pavlovich round two. I'm gonna go Pavlovich round one knockout. I think Pavlovich is gonna make the right improvements. Hopefully he's realizing like, dude, I'm on a 2-fight losing streak. I got knocked out in one fight. I got 30-27 in the other fight. You could even argue he probably had a 10-8 in one of those. That's how bad he looked. His face was all red and busted up. He was just getting his ass beat by Volkov. And then he was salty about it afterwards. Like, he might just come in this fight like, bro, I need to win this fight. He's still number 4 ranked. And if he wins this fight, obviously would hopefully be able to keep his ranking. I think he's going to win this round one knockout. He's going to be hungry. He's going to want to take this guy's head off. Look at Rosenstrike's head, bro. That's an easy target. That's like a sniper's dream. That fucking head, bro. Yeah. That egg head of his. I'm going to go Pavlovich, man. Round one knockout. I'm not underestimating Rosenstrike, but it's just like this is kind of what Rosenstrike does. He goes on a like a 1 or 2 fight winning streak. He gets knocked out by Derek Lewis. Goes on a 1-2 fight winning streak. Gets knocked out by Francis Ngannou. It's like it just happens. I'm gonna go Pavlovich, man. I'm gonna go Pavlovich. I know Rosenstrike has improved and he's made the right improvements, but I just think Pavlovich is gonna knock him out. It might be, yeah. I think he's gonna knock him out. I think so. He's better than Tuivasa, and Tuivasa hung in there for 3 rounds. He didn't get knocked out, but he hung in there for 3 rounds. Pavlovich is, yeah, I got Pavlovich via round one knockout, to be honest. All right, here's the two biggest fights. Obviously, starting with the co-main event, middleweight fight, Michael Venom Page versus Shara Bullet Magomedov. Now, I believe Michael Venom Page is ranked in welterweight, even though it says he's ranked 15. I believe he's 15 ranked in welterweight, not at middleweight. So, because he said if he wins or loses, he's moving back down to middleweight, or welterweight, excuse me. This is this is a harder fight to pick, Loki, than the main event, I think. Actually, I don't know. The main event, I don't even know who I'm picking, but we'll start with this. Shara Bullet is one of those guys that is a phenomenal striker. He's a phenomenal striker, but at the same time, he's not necessarily. I mean, he had that the double spinning back fist KO in his last fight. And obviously he's had other stoppages and other KOs. But his finishes come with accumulation for the most part. His finishes are like he's volume punching you, the fight is building. All right, he kind of stops you against the cage. He doesn't have that like power that I think MVP has where he flatlines you or like other guys, like even Adesanya has shown that he has, or he doesn't have like sort of one punch KO, flatline KO power, man. I know he's spinning back fisted his last. I forgot the guy's name. Who cares, right? I know he's spinning back fisted his last opponent, and it was really impressive. But I don't think MVP is gonna be in range to get caught with something like that. He's always out of range. He's always bouncing. He's always throwing, but he's always manages to stay out of range. This is such a tricky fight because I don't see MVP finishing him, right? It's going to be a stand up fight. MVP hopefully will not get out grappled, will not get taken down like Ian Gary did. Ian Gary took him down, which that's the thing. He was cracking Ian Gary. He was cracking, obviously Kevin Holland, who he beat. He was cracking these guys with really, really good punches. Now, I guess we've seen Ian Gary does have a pretty good chin, and Kevin Holland has a phenomenal chin, right? Even though he's a fucking baby, he has a great chin. We don't really know the kind of chin Magomedov has, right? We don't know the kind of chin Shara Bullet has. We haven't really seen his chin be tested in that way. I just think MVP just might be able to. I don't know. But is he going to outpoint him in Saudi Arabia, though? That's what I'm trying to think, guys. It's Saudi Arabia. It might be a close fight. If it's a close fight, who are they giving it to? Who are they going to give it to, guys? Let's be honest. Are they going to give it to the up and coming rising star Sharabulin Magomedov, or are they going to give it to Michael Venom Page, who's the older guy? He's outside. He came from outside the UFC. they like him, but Shara Bullet's more of their homegrown star, right? He's made his name in the UFC. Obviously he came from the regionals and stuff, but he's in the UFC. This is where he's kind of built and grown his reputation. I don't know, bro. This is a really, really tricky fight, guys. I'm sorry. Please let me know in the comments. I just spit everywhere. Please let me know in the comments who you guys are picking. Shit, man. I'm gonna go shot. Fuck. Look, I want Michael Venom Page to win because I want him to show the UFC, like, hey, I'm a good investment for this company. Like, I want him to climb up the middleweight rankings or the welterweight rankings, whichever division he wants to be in. I kind of hope he stays at middleweight. I think he actually has a better chance. But then again, they might be too strong for him. But I'd like to see him against Adesanya and Whitaker's. But at welterweight, he probably does have a better chance of. But then again, at welterweight, there's a lot of top heavy grapplers. Like, anyways, I got Shara Magomedov by close decision. Fuck, bro. I'm sorry, guys. I think so, bro. I think so. I just think it's gonna be like a low-key a robbery. It's gonna be one of those decisions where people say it's a robbery, some people say it's not. It's gonna be a razor close Shara Magomedov decision. Michael Venom Page is gonna have his arm up, and then they're gonna say, and still undefeated, and he's gonna look all disappointed in Michael Venom Page, and he's just gonna go back down to welterweight. I got Shara Magomedov, razor close decision. I think it's probably gonna be a bit of a robbery, but I'm just thinking like, bro, it's gonna be close already. It's in Saudi Arabia. They're not gonna give the fucking. They're not gonna give it to Michael Venom Page, bro. It's in Saudi Arabia. If it was in London, if it was in Kentucky, if it was in New York, Los Angeles, California, anywhere in the world, if it was in fucking Australia, I would be like, yeah, Michael Venom Page could probably win this, but it's just, I just don't know, man. I want Michael Venom Page to win, so this is a pick that I'm not super fussed about if I get wrong, but I got Shara Bullet, razor close decision. I think it's going to be a bit of a robbery. I think Shara Bullet he's gonna, he's gonna push the pace. I think Michael Venom Page is gonna. I'm going to Michael Venom Page actually. You know what? Scrap everything I just said. Scrap everything I just said. You know what? I'm going Michael Venom Page. 30-27. I just thought about it, and I'm like, if Shara Bullet's going to push the pace against one of the best counter strikers in the UFC, the guy who literally is like a sniper, the guy who literally catches everybody he's faced so far in the UFC, and I know his fights could be boring at times, obviously. Um, Even though I like the Kevin Holland fight because he was just bullying Kevin Holland. I just feel like if Shara Bullet's going to try to push the pace against Michael Venom Page and he's just going to constantly catch Shara Bullet with things coming in, Shara Bullet's not going to be as willing to go in, and it could be a bit of a stalemate. With that being said, if it's a stalemate and Michael Venom Page is the only one that's really landing, because I could see Shara Bullet being very gun shy, very tentative to even throw, because Michael Venom Page might discourage him with his power. And if he gets discouraged and Michael Venom Page is up, let's say it's 2 to 7 strikes. Obviously, off of stats, Michael Venom Page would be winning the round. So I'm going to go back on my pick. I could actually see it being a bit of a boring decision. I could see a couple of oohs and ahs kind of moments, but I could see Michael Venom Page winning a clear decision now. I was thinking about it. I'm like, what could Shara Bullet do to make it close though? Because everyone he's beaten is kind of like trudging forward, kind of just flat-footed, stationary kind of strikers. But he's facing one of the best strikers in the UFC, in my opinion. And not just a striker like a pure JDM type of boxer, but a kickboxer, a guy who can use kicks, flying knees, spinning attacks. He's very similar to Shara Bullet, but he's black. So so I just feel like Michael Venom Page is just gonna counter strike Shara Bullet the whole fight. Shara Bullet might even try to grapple. I doubt it though. I don't think he's gonna try to grapple. There's a reason he doesn't grapple. I don't think he's that great of a grappler. We actually saw him get held down in his UFC debut, so I don't think he's really that great of a grappler. I think he's just a really good kickboxer. But I think Michael Venom Page is a phenomenal kickboxer himself, and I just think he's gonna counter strike Shara Magomedov to a clear decision. Initially I was like it's gonna be a close, but I'm like how I just can't see it being close, man. I just can't. I can see Shara having a couple of moments, maybe some good leg kicks, but I don't know, man. I could see him kind of getting like impatient, just kind of going forward, and Michael Venom Page is just gonna counter him, bro. I'm gonna say Michael Venom Page 30-27, clear decision, and yeah, that's my pick for that fight. It's crazy. I did a whole thing, and then by the end, I was like, you know what? I'm fucking changing my opinion. I'm changing my whole pick. So main event, another middleweight fight. Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov. This is a super hard fight to predict. Super hard fight to predict. I don't. Here's my one of my biggest issues with Israel Adesanya. He's one of the most inconsistent top fighters in the UFC, in my opinion. Because if you really look at it, right, the guy will literally like he'll have a super boring fight with like Jared Cannonier. Super boring. Like he just barely beats him. It's not a close fight, but it's like come on, bro. You should be putting away Jared Cannonier, right? But he has a super just boring, just pointy decision against Cannonier. Then he has a close fight with Pereira, leading into the fourth or fifth. I forget which round. I believe it was the fifth. And then he gets stopped. He gets finished, right? Then he comes back, flatline KOs Pereira. Wow, right? Which no one has done since. Flatline KOs Pereira. Great win, right? Then he goes on to face Sean Strickland, who he gets completely outpointed by, completely just like Sean Strickland with just basic boxing fundamentals just completely beats him. Then he somehow gets another title shot. I don't know how, but he somehow does. Faces Dricus du Plessis. Looks really good in that fight. Really good. Now, I think Strickland is a trickier striker than Dricus, even though Dricus has knocked out Whitaker and he's very tricky, obviously. But Strickland was clearly a lot more for Izzy to deal with. In the DDP fight, he looked pretty good. It was a close fight up until the finish. And then he got finished. So he got submitted by DDP pretty easily too, very easily, very very easily, just taken down, rear naked choked, and now here we are. He's facing Nasruddin Imavov, number 5 ranked. This is such a hard fight for me to predict because I think Nasruddin Imavov has the capabilities to outgrapple Israel Adesanya. I think he has the capabilities to just hold him down, get the back, toy with him a little bit. That looks so good. I said toy with him, and I did like a hand jerking motion. Toy with him a little bit. At the same time, though, Israel Adesanya is only lost to good opponents. Like, yes, I just named all these guys, but Strickland's good. DDP is good, and Pereira is obviously that win is aged. Well, that loss is not aged badly, right? Pereira's went on to be on a crazy streak right now. So he's he's only lost to good names, right? But he's lost. That's the problem. Like he has lost, and even though he'll come up with an excuse like, for the Pereira fight, he said, "Oh, my perennial nerve was fucked. My leg was fucked." Which is like, well, that's Pereira's fault. He caused your leg to be like that. In the Strickland fight, he'll say, "Oh, I didn't feel like myself in there." It's like, yeah, because Strickland completely dismantled your style. And then I don't know what his excuse was for DDP. He probably didn't have one. He's facing Nasruddin Imavov. This is such a hard fight. I don't know, guys. Please let me know in the comments again who you're picking, please, guys. Make sure you like the video as well. Like the video, like the video, like the video, like the video, like the video. Let's get this to 3 likes. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna go Israel I'm not even. I'm gonna take into account both of their styles, and I'm not gonna look at. I'm not gonna even think of their other fights. I'm just gonna think of one on one, stylistically, who wins. Imavov has the grappling. He doesn't have the best 5 round cardio. Adesanya has better 5 round cardio. Imavov is able to hold down his opponents decently with the grappling, but he's not like some phenomenal grappler to where people can't get up. Like a. He's not like Makachev, or he's not one of these guys where he just holds you down. Like you can get up from his grappling, even though he has good grappling. He lost to Strickland in a 5 rounder. No, I know I said I wasn't going to think of other fights, but he did lose to Strickland. Shit, I'm going to go Israel Adesanya. Shit, man. I think Adesanya might finish him too, you know. I just don't know. It's weird with Adesanya because how do you finish Pereira and then go on a 3-fight, 2-fight losing streak? It's he's like 1-3 in his last 4. He has a boring fight with Cannonier, but then he knocks out. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna go Israel Adesanya like 3-2 decision. I think it's gonna be close. I think Imavov might get the earlier rounds. I think Izzy's gonna kind of come back in 3, 4, and 5. He's gonna have a bit better cardio. His striking is gonna prove to be a bit better than Imavov's. Um, I just think he's gonna be able to use his striking, and he's not gonna be able to be held down as. My thing is, he just got submitted so easily by DDP, but I don't think Imavov is as strong as DDP, man. I think DDP is like one of the strongest guys in the fucking sport. So that's kind of, I'm the one that picked DDP to be Hamza Chimaev, by the way, which go check out that video. I did a video on how DDP will beat Strickland and Chimaev. So that was one of my favorite videos I did. But when it comes to Adesanya and Imavov, I got Izzy. I got Israel Adesanya. I don't think he's going to finish him, but I do think he's going to rally in rounds 3, 4, and 5. Maybe Imavov will have a good first round. He might grapple with him a bit. He might do good on the striking. Round 2 will be close. It could be a bit of a swing round. It might be like, oh, well, Adesanya might have outstriked him, but Imavov had a little bit more control time, and maybe he had a good moment in the beginning or in the end. 3, 4, and 5 is just going to be where Izzy is able to show I have a bit of a better gas tank. I have better 5 round cardio, 5 round experience, excuse me, and I just think Adesanya is going to be able to just show like I am the more skilled guy at this stage of my career. I have more championship level skill to where I can still in those later rounds. I'm yapping. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. My point is, I think Adesanya is a crafty vet, and I just think he's going to be able to beat this guy, Nasruddin Imavov. It's a really tricky fight, but I got Adesanya. So but via 3-2 decision. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What are your guys' picks for this card? My screen always goes black every time I exit out of there. Let me know what you guys think. What are your guys' picks? This one went a little bit long. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's a phenomenal card. It's way better than UFC 312. It's way better than fucking I don't know. It's just a fire card. Make sure you guys like and sub. See you guys next time. And look, I hope Adesanya loses. I'm not gonna lie, but he's I hope Adesanya loses. See you guys next time.